Okay, pilots, here we go with another episode and part 2 of the Robart air-controlled retracts. Now, I've already got some lines run down in this little hole here, and it's going to have to connect to the fill-up valve and the pressure valve. But first thing I got to do is drill a hole, actually 2 of them, here and here. Let me get that back down. Alright, I hope I stay there. To where I can mount these 2 things. This is a pressure valve, shows you how much pressure you got, and that's the fill-up valve. It's like a bicycle tube. And I got to get one of them ends off. Figures. I try to get that pump I bought to put on it on the end here, and it will not fit. Uh-oh. Now I got a problem. That thread's not right. Trying to get this thing off, and my thread's messed up where I tried to get that other end on it. There it went. Okay. I don't know why the thread's different. It's supposed to be just a standard valve. Imagine that, them Chinese has done screwed us again. Okay, the pains are coming back. Oh God. Battery drill bit. Well, that don't sound like a lot of power. The battery's been going for a while. Lord have mercy. Okay. Help myself again. Make sure I'm not drilling into an airline or nothing but wood. Let me get this mic away from this thing. Might make too much noise. Don't want to go through too fast. Bust up something you don't want to. Okay, let me see if they'll fit. I gotta find some washers too that'll fit over that. Just a little bit bigger. Might not be able to find mine though. Okay, it's 2. That's gonna be in that one. Because I want my pressure gauge here, my fill-up valve here. Let me just do a little bit of this. waste too much of my battery. I gotta make a cut with the jigsaw here in a minute. Okay, that's good. Alright. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is her nut doing down in there? Where'd that come from? Oh, I know where that come from. I had to take, I had put the air line on the valve. I can't get that thing on my fingers. And then I couldn't get the valve through the little hole here. So instead of drilling the hole out and making it bigger so I could stick the valve through it, I just took the air line off of it. And that nut fell down in there. Okay. Well, let's see. Let me look for something here. Got this one out in a while. Okay. Yeah, everything looks alright. Alright. I've got to build a platform. This little piece of wood here. Now, what I'm going to do, where's the control valve body is going to be located on the side here. Alright. I've got to build a little platform or something there to mount that to. So it's going to be, let me put this up here. Okay. These was little shelves that I bought at Hobby Lobby. It had a string on it right here where you hung it to the wall and then you mounted it where it held out like a shelf. So I'm going to make this cut here as quick as I can. And I also bought some other wood to make my motor mounts with. I gotta get this up here. I've got all kind of parts laid on this piece of wood. And that thing's gonna shake it like crazy. Find my clamp. I'm gonna get you over here in just a second. If I can spin the phone around without knocking the microphone off. Let's see if I can clamp this down a little bit. I doubt it. Nope, don't get big enough. Alright. I'm just gonna have to hold this thing. Alright. Let's do it like this. That way I won't ruin the piece of wood. I'll still have enough to build my motor mount with. Now yes, this is not exactly a workbench, but I don't really care about what kind of condition it's in. I'm actually using the desk. I was trying to make a straight line by using a corner there to line up everything. Come on, Austin. batteries go. Ain't no use in charging it. Let's get my old hacksaw blade here and finish it off. No, it ain't no perfect cut. Look at something here. How much have I got to cut off on the bottom? I still got to drill another hole. Let's see if I'll have enough power to do that. Ah, crap. Well, there went my piece I needed to cut off then. Huh. Alright, let me drill a hole here if I can get it drilled without breaking the wood off. I'm going to make it big enough for that control valve to go through. Take my little secure nut off. Uh-oh. A piece of wood's too thick. Imagine that. Okay. Okay. That means I'm going to have to fiddle a little bit of fiddling. Let me check the height here. Okay. Now then, got the height. Now, I got a little corner brace here. I got my bracket to mount it. So when I glue that in, I'm going to have that up against the wall there too to help support it. Okay. Alright, let's get you around here. Let's just see what I'm doing again. Now, got to bore this out, but I can't do it on this side because it's so close to that valve knob. Let me see how it's going to be sitting. Yeah. See, my valve knobs is going to be right here. And my piece of wood just barely gets below that enough to where it won't interfere with that. So I'm going to have to bore my hole out bigger just on this side. Let me see something here. I want my good angle cut. Yeah, this was my cut I made. This was the original 90-degree angle, so I want to use it. Yeah, And the canopy gives me room. Okay, it kind of loops over and gives you room, so you ain't got to worry about that. What you got to worry about, this is going to be here. And I've got all my servo leads run up through the sides. I got our lines laid down in that hole and coming out down here. But all my leads to the servos and to the landing lights and to strobing lights are all going to be plugged up right here and down in this hole. Okay, Bombay bombs, 4, which I got 2 more of these coming. Big old 6S 6000s coming. 2 more of these that weigh a ton, but work very well. Got my Hobby Eagle gyro sitting here. Gonna have the receiver here. Okay, I'll show you all that when I give you a top view. But I'm gonna put that where you can't see it, right there. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Let's see, that's my fill up valve, yeah. Okay. That's a little close to my fill up valve, but that's okay. I might swap it around. I might make that my pressure valve hole. And this out here my fill out, so I won't have nothing in my way to get to that. Yeah, I'm going with that. I'm going with that. That's what I'm going with. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Okay. Now, I could paint that piece of wood, make it all pretty. I can do that later. I can do that with a brush later. I'm making a video right now. What did I do with my piece of wood? And stuff just goes all over the place, but where you want it to. Okay. It's got to be glued. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get this piece glued here. And believe me, it won't take long. I'm going to take my sander, sand a little bit of it off right here. Okay, now it's going to be sitting like this. I've got to take this. Just beveling that hole out. Yeah, get it all over the plane. Go ahead. It's okay. You can't see what I'm doing now. taking that sand and just making a little bevel right around that hole. Kind of like countersinking it. But you don't want to take off too much now. You don't want to take off your fingernail neither. Now this ain't looking like, you know, somebody took a diagram and planned this all out and everything. It just looks like somebody took a sander and just rigged it out there. You know. I'll give you a good close-up view of this old Southern boy's work here in just a second. Let me see here. Make this a little bit more here. Let's see now. I don't want to hang them. Gun it. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more. I'm wanting that to hold that good and tight because that servo's got to be hooked up to that. And moving it only 1/4 of an inch in travel. Specifically explained in the instructions. Okay. Now, I'm close. How thick the wood is. Now maybe you can see how thick it is there. Okay, now just for a little fun, I'm going to take my little super glue and I'm just going to line that. Kind of strengthen that little area right there. Won't take long to dry. Let's give that a minute. While we're doing that, waiting on that, I'm going to put my valve in, or pressure valve. The needle comes up to a red marker and lets you know that your pressure is good in the tank. So the lead that comes out of the tank has got to go into this first, so that when you're filling the tank, the air is going past this and then into the tank, building up pressure, back pressuring it up enough to push that needle up. That's going to have to be bigger. Because see, you're going to have to get bigger when it gets up out of that thread. Okay. I don't know if I want to make it that big or was that bit. No, I better not. But I ain't got much power here. Come on, ice cream. Ooh, I ain't got none at all. I hope I'm not rubbing no airline. No, it's still got to be more. Okay. Going through that one. Okay. What do you know? Got to get in there. I got to go to Lowe's and match this acid green here. Damn, it still ain't gonna fit. There it goes. Doggone it. Son of a gun. Now. That's got to be on that lead there. On that line, that airline. Let me get it up here where you can see it. Alright. I got a T on it right here. Okay. Alright. This line here, I made purple, so I know that's going to either a valve, pressure valve, or a fill-up valve. And the red one is just a joiners. So I've got to put this one on. It's coming out of the tank first. Let me get my thing back up here if I can get it back up. That's why I wanted it to be easy in and out, because I got to stick this little hose up to there now. Put a nut on it. Don't go through that hole. Not yet. Not yet. Lubricate my rubber. Put the valve, pressure valve. Don't go through that hole. Screw my nut on. Now it's not easy screwing that little nut on. You got to hold on that airline, and you got to hold on to that. Uh-oh, I've done something wrong. Done something wrong. Done something wrong. I got to stick this thing down in that hole and do this, because I got to have that nut on it, holding the thing. See, that's what about this airline. It's tough to get on and off. And after I do that and make a mistake, I always like to cut that little bit of an airline off that you've damaged. And do a new one. Yep. I'm gonna have to stick that thing through there and put that airline down there on the bottom. Oh my God, that ain't gonna be fun. That ain't gonna be fun. Alright. Tried to do it another way there, but then it didn't work out. Yep. Let me see, make sure I got everything cleared here. I'm gonna have to open my bomb bay door. Where'd that go? Oh, I can't get a hold to it. Yep, you reach in here and get the servos to the bomb bay door and open it up. And you hear all my inner workings and everything with this mic on, huh? Alright, I'm trying to get that thing as tight as I can. Alright, now I'm going to put that purple lead and make sure that's the right one. Because I got more than one hanging out down here. That T goes to the valve. Yep, so it's this one. Okay, where's my nut? What I do with my nut? Did I lay my nut back over here? Anybody see that? Anybody see that? Okay, I get plenty. I just wondering where I don't want to leave it in the plane. Maybe I bomb dropped it out when I opened the bomb bay. I'm looking on the floor as we speak. I don't see it. Dang. I don't see it nowhere. Let's get a nut on it then. Let's lubricate my rubber. Get my hand in here. I've got to turn the bomb bay door off. Turn the light off. I'm sorry I'm blocking your view a little bit. Because it's kind of important. Oh, dang it. Oh crap, my nut was on the hose already. Shit. Oh goodness. That's why I couldn't find it. Come on, man. reach up under enough to get to it. I can't get that one off. I can't get that one off. Let me know it. See, it's going to tear that valve, that pressure valve, clean off of it here in a second. Trying to get my extra nut off. Son of a gun. Can you believe it? Let's cut that off. Lubricate my rubber again. I can't believe I didn't. I seen it down there, but I thought it was just part of that one. Doggone it. You gotta get that hose to slide up on there good. Okay. Get this one up here. Now I've got to hook this lead line into this other T and then put the fill-up valve on the end of it. Let me make sure I'm doing this right now. Alright, it's got to go through the pressure valve first, then the fill-up valve, then go into the control valve. That's right. So I am hooking that one up. Here. I hope these dadgum things hold. You're not putting a nut on it. You're not doing anything. You're just kind of trusting this little push-in deal. And I know pilots, I know sometimes you don't trust things that you even do yourself. But that's just the way it is. Okay, now I've got to put this line into the fill-up valve. Try to put them things in there the best I can. Alright, now get out of the way. Move this over here. Get my other thing. Let me make sure which one is which. Yeah, that goes to back. This goes to the fill-up nozzle. So I'm just sticking it in, sticking it in there, sticking it in, sticking it to me, sticking it. Elaine was sticking it to George, and then George was sticking it to Elaine. Alright, wait a minute, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjust it a little bit higher. And I'm just sticking up there pretty good, yeah. Oh, I know what I was going to do. There wasn't no way I could put one on the pressure valve. Its nut was down on the bottom. But I'm going to put my washer on top of this one if I got one that'll fit. If. That's the magic word. If. I want that one right there. Imagine that. And then it's bombs away for that one. Bombs away for that one. Okay. Let's see what I got in here. No, I'm not putting a lock washer on. I know that will fit. What we got here? Okay, I've got one, but it ain't really. No, that might not fit there. Don't look much bigger than my other one. Let me try that one. There. Now imagine that. See, I could hook all the hoses up to this one now and then do this. I'm coming in from the bottom on this one. So let's do that. Well, there went my washer. Didn't want that. I would have rather it fell out the bomb bay doors, but it fell down in here. Let's see if I'm going to be able to get that up. Alright, now then. Let me get my airline nut. The airline nut is on the airline now. Let's lubricate our rubber. Let's put our inflating valve on. Get the hose nut on it. Okay. Can't believe in thread isn't working. Now I've rigged up something with my pump, but I don't know if it's gonna work or not. We're gonna try it and see. In just a few. Let me hit that just a little bit more. Also remember, you're gonna be working with this thing here. Alright, now these little T's, these Y harnesses or Y connectors, has got little screw brackets on them where you can put a screw in it to kind of fasten it. So I got to get up in there in the bomb bay and do that. But there's my valves, pressure valve and inflating valve. I'm looking for my speed control valves. It says in the instructions that you turn the little valve knob here that I was showing you in the video before. You turn it inward, which is clockwise, to slow your retracts down. The further in you screw it, the slower the air pressure, the slower it's letting air through to push that valve down. Push that. Why is this pulling all out for? What are we doing now? Wrap around that. That was supposed to have enough hose to get up in here and not need to pull everything back through. Thank you for your continued support. Now then. And all my other lines for the wing connections, you gotta connect let's see, the purple line is down, the red line is up. So each retract's got to have its own up and down line going to it. So that's the splitter for the wings. You got a red line down in there with the same thing. I'm gonna put that this way. Put this through the hole. Could be a little tight with my. Yep. I'll have to re-stress my hole because of the super glue. Now I got to turn the valve where my little knobs is facing outward. Okay, there we go. Now, get my board where that support will be helping hold it. Let's see if I can get my thing on it here first. My nut, my secure nut. Gotta get over a little E-clip here. Oh, come on, there we go. Don't nothing move but the nut. Nothing to move but the nut. Nothing to move but the nut. Oh, that feels good. That feels good right there. That's the spot. That's the spot. Okay. Alright. In order for it not to interfere with the bomb bay loading door, the servo is going to be put here and linked up with it. So that's what I got to do next, pilots. I've got to glue this right here, and then I've got to get my servo mounted to where it'll pull this little valve out only 1/4 of an inch. So I don't want to do any kind of filling up or doing anything else until I get my servo mounted. And I'll have bombs in, piece of Velcro coming across here, strapping that down. My servo controls here. Alright, let me show you. Let's see if I can get a bomb bay shot of them valves. like I said, I'll tidy them up a little bit where they won't get tangled up in the bomb drop. My servos. Okay, pilots. Let me do a little bit more dressing. I'm out.